Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all have had a great day and welcome, welcome, welcome to my YouTube channel. To those who are just now getting to know me, welcome. I welcome you to us getting able to go and grow together, really grow together. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Dr. Michelle, and I provide awareness of the importance of emotional health, and I provide kingdom strategies and resources that help propel others to walk into their kingdom purpose. So today I wanted to do some encouragement and offer some encouragement for those who are at a place of transition. Many people that I am counseling and coaching now, and I can just say personally, even for myself, are going through some different changes in life. And many times, that transition can be something that looks different for everyone. You think about, a person that you have been with for a while, and, you all were together, we're in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. And, the person that you thought that you knew for years, you who have they become? You think about now you feel like there's a greater call on you. You have operated at a certain flow in a certain way, in ministry and doing certain things. And now there is a call for you to go higher, or you may be at a place embracing a new career, or you're at a place where now you're ready to start working that vision board, or that there is something more for you to do, and it seems as though that a chapter is closing. Closing a chapter is one that comes with a lot of emotions. Sometimes you can begin to start questioning yourself. You may have had a person that you may have been close with, and now they're gone. You all were friends, you all were cool, and then something just happened, and you feel abandoned, you feel disappointed, you feel hurt. Like I said, with a spouse, relationships, no relationship you have known for years, and it seems as though things have shifted and changed, and it brings on a point of hurt. You want to embrace this new career, you want to embrace this new ministry, but do you even really trust yourself in the process? Do you feel as though you're making the right decision? Do you feel like that you're really making the right move? We always talk about, I want to make sure that I'm able to really hear from God and really and move for God, but am I really trusting myself? Dealing with that chapter that is closing and embracing that new season can come with so many things. At different times, and at moments you can feel happiness, and moments you're talking about, oh, I'm glad that's over, I'm ready for this thing, I'm ready to go into the new thing, because we always talking about something new. Even Ty Tribbett has that new, everything new. We always are wanting to embrace that, but it causes us to go to a different level. It causes us to be able to let go of people who we once were close with, or once at a place where our confidence, they may not be able to go where we're trying to go in God. So I just want to encourage you all on today. I always think about the scripture, Jeremiah 29:11, when God says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you. So, what do you really think how God thinks about you, right? So, when we are going through this process and we have someone to leave, with God, it's not a thing that catches him by surprise. So, I want you to begin to start thinking of, what do you really think are God's thoughts towards you? Do you really think that that situation that happened to you, that he is intentionally allowing that hurt to happen if he does not have a perfected plan for it? Do you think that he's allowing you to not feel comfortable where you are and pushing you to be able to go to that next level in him if he does not have a greater purpose and plan? Many a times we get so comfortable with where we are and what we do with our day-to-day life that we become complacent. Or if we at a place where we're comfortable with the $5 meal from McDonald's, when God wants to give us so much more. He wants to give us the Del Frisco's. He wants to give us the fine dining, the China, the finer things in life. But we tend to settle. We'll say, the less I am, I know that God is going to do. We want to be able to remain humble. Yes. But knowing that when the word says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, what is it that we're truly thinking when that chapter closes? What is it that we're truly thinking whenever we were betrayed by that friend, whenever we were betrayed by that spouse, whenever we were betrayed by, that boyfriend? We were at a place wherein we trusted people that at our church, and now we're dealing with church hurt. What do you really think are God's thoughts towards you? Do you know that he loves you enough that sometimes things have to happen to cause us to shift? He knows that if he continually keeps this door open, that sometimes we will stay in certain situations a little bit longer than where we needed to be. And many of us are at a place where we know that we have stayed in situations, places, people, things longer than where we should have been. But we are at a place where we are so comfortable. We're at a place where we'll start out doing, but we don't stay consistent. But we have to be at a place to be able to work our faith. We have to be at a place wherein we are entrusting that when God has given us the directive, that we're not continually doing these vision boards anymore. We're not talking to our friends about what we're going to do anymore, but we're going to start working that vision board. We're going to start taking some of those things off and checking off the list. Santa Claus is not going to be the only one that's checking that list and checking it twice. We're going to start checking off those things that we know that we can start out to be able to be at that place. And even though it may hurt, even though you may cry, even though that you may feel like you're at a place where you don't truly even understand why, you don't understand what happened, but knowing that God sees a greater perspective than what we see. And many a times we are caught up in a microscopic place of how we view things. So we're constantly looking in this microscope and we see, these things that we see around here. We're able to kind of focus on this thing that we see and we think that it's good for us. But God sees things from a telescope perspective. He sees things from a wider perspective. He sees things far ahead. He's able to see in advance that if you stay connected with this person is going to let your destiny die. So I know that even though this thing may have been hurtful for you, but it's causing you to go to a greater purpose. I know this transition will not be easy for you, but in this moment in time, you're going to learn to trust me a little different. You're going to learn to be able to go to me different in prayer. You're going to have a different ministry that's going to come out with you before because you have been able to go to that place. I just want to encourage someone on today to not just trust yourself in this process, but knowing that Philippians 4:13 says that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Allow grace to carry you through. Allow grace, allow his strength to be perfected in your weakness. Allow for him to be able to heal that hurt. You don't have to go to that next man. You don't have to go to that next thing and trying to get that next high. You don't have to try to go to that next career move and saying, okay, I'm going to do this my own way. Allow God to be able to open up that door. Allow God to be able to push you to that next level. Allow for him to be what he needs to be in your life. Allow for him to heal that hurt. Allow for him to be able to heal that pain. Allow for him to be able to work through that nervousness that you may feel because you may feel like you're not good enough. You may be dealing with imposter syndrome, but allow for him to be perfected within you. Allow for him to be perfected within you. And knowing that this is an end of a chapter, but knowing that when that page turns, it's going to be greater. It's going to be better. You're going to know more about yourself. You're going to learn so much more about God when you draw closer to him. You're going to be able to be open to new connections, to destiny helpers. It's not time for having no new friends. It's time to be able to open up to the destiny helpers that's going to be able to help you. It's not time to be able to close down and shut down. It's time to be able to open up your heart and open up your spirit to allow God in to be able to assist you. Yes, it's ending. Yes, you're transitioning. Yes, it feels uncomfortable, but allow it to be perfected within you. Allow for it to be perfected in you. His grace, his thoughts towards you, that our thoughts are not evil but are good, but to give you a hope and an expected end. That he already knows you're just going through the process. He's carrying you, he's with you. You're not alone. Trust his process. And if you don't trust yourself, trust the God within you. And if you're at a place wherein you're trying to be able to hear God, you're saying, okay, Michelle, I know, but I'm trying to hear. I always tell my people, never stop your communication with God. And when you always think about the decisions that you didn't make right, think about some of the decisions that you did get right. Think about some of the times wherein you did make the right decision. Everything with you wasn't bad that you did. You're not that person that is not able to recover from the decisions that you made. Allow those things that you think are mistakes to be life lessons to push you. I would never be at the place where I am now in relationships and managing different people and how to be able to interact with people if I hadn't dealt with hurt and pain. If I hadn't been at a place who was a giver and just giving so much that I didn't realize that I needed to set boundaries and really take care of myself. But I had to go through that process for God to perfect that thing in me. So allow for that thing to work within you, knowing you do not have to settle. God only wants what is best for his children. And he is a God who blings all the way out. Okay. When you think about what heaven is, streets paved with gold, pearly gates, rubies, all this that's blinged out in heaven. Oh, our God does it big, sweetie. So we serve a God who, if you think about even the greatest mansions and islands out here in this world, nothing can compare with what God has up in heaven for us. But he says that even here, you're able to do greater works, that he wants to be able to give you life and give it to you more abundantly, as Ephesians 3:20 says. So let him work abundantly in your life. Will you let him in? Will you let him in and allow for that chapter to close? Let him build you up and embrace the newness that's going to come out of you. You may think that you're in the fire right now, but I promise you, you're going to come out like gold. So be encouraged on today and trust that process that you're in now. Yes, you are in a transition, but it's not over. Yes, that chapter is changing, but it's not the end. So if you and I would like to connect together, feel free to go to www.drmichelle.faith. And I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Make it great. Walk on purpose because we are POPs, people of purpose, and we shall walk in it. Have a good day. Bye.